Hello, my green skins. And today we're going to be doing a short review as I finish up the next movie review. And we're going to be doing a short review of season 1 of Batman Brave and the Bold. This is an interesting show for me because I want to buy this show, but other stuff steps up in its way. So I've had a situation where I've had multiple times of, I'm going to pick it up or things. So I have to wait. This is definitely a sales show. So in my mind, even though this is an amazing show, and I actually like this, it's not on my top priorities of buying. So that's the sad thing. First off, let's talk about the animation. I like what they're doing with that old school style. They are clearly going for a very old school, very fun style that I know a lot of people don't like that style, but that style works. And if it's done correctly, it can be fun. And I don't mind the old school style. I think they did a great job with the old school style. It does have that energy that makes you think, you know what, I could sit here and watch this. It's not perfect, but that's how that old school style looks. Actually, the animation is very fluent in a lot of ways, but they do kind of do that zip pow, which kind of works for this show. They really do have this working style of this zip pow bang. And that, I like that for this show. Now, I've heard a lot of people say, this show looks really kiddish. You've never watched this show if you have. Within season 1, you have at least 3 or 4 episodes that are very dark. And I absolutely enjoy this show for its level of darkness that they put in there. Like the Red Tornado episode in season 1 is also really good. The Dead Man episode is really good. The Sherlock Holmes episode is really good. They do some good things in this show. And it works. It absolutely works. And they did such a fun job. You got Batman hunting Jack the Ripper in Sherlock Holmes times. Who isn't going to find that great? Yeah, sure, no one really dies, but it's fucking Jack the Ripper. They incorporate Gentleman Ghost as Jack the Ripper, which kind of works. And Gentleman Ghost is a fun villain. I've always liked Gentleman Ghost. On the villains roster, he's always kind of been there for me for a fun supervillain. And I don't think he's a great villain, but I think he's good enough that you can have a good laugh with this character and have a blast with him. And I think they do a great job with him. And that's the thing. I think all these characters, and you get supervillains you've never seen before. I think Kite Man, this showed most people don't know who Kite Man is. Yet here you have Kite Man. Here you have Zebra Man. How many people even know who the fuck Zebra Man is? You got quite a few that made their appearance in this show and then later on have a really big moment in other shows. And that's what works for this. They did it great. And I think this show deserves a lot of love. I think this show deserves more love than I think people give it. Now let's talk about the music. The music is really well done. They did a great job for the music. It's very campy, and that works. Although I don't think this season had the infamous Batman song, which the Birds of Prey sing a Batman song, which is so fucking good. I like like my friend keeps calling this the bass in the bold, because there's a lot of they use that sexy, that sounded awful. Even I heard that and went, oh. They use that sexy, saxophone moment with a lot of with the Huntress and other characters. And I kind of like that they did that. This is one of those shows that could pull that off. And everyone could... It's dark. it has its moments, and then when it has its light hearts, it's very lighthearted. And they really do portray Batman in a very interesting light in this one. My biggest critiques will always be some of the animation really kind of like the Joker, they are pushing for that old school Joker, but instead of having it more comical, they went over the top and made him way over the top. Like he really does look like something out of a more major super villain, like he looks like he's wearing a mask when he's not. And that's my only big problem. Everything else, like I love the fact that you get to see a rogues gallery you haven't seen. I love the fact that you get to see characters you haven't really seen often. And that's what makes this show so freaking good. And I think like later seasons, I remember watching later seasons and I just remember enjoying it. So what am I going to rate this show? Now, I've thought about it. This is a fight between 3 and 4, between Batman Brave and the Bold and The Batman. And now, after that is obviously Beware the Batman and then Cape Crusader. And I would even go as far as this. I will knock Cape Crusader out of the 5 spot probably for almost anything else if I see a decent Batman show. Like, I really do feel that this would be murdered by other Batman shows. I'm sorry. Cape Crusaders is not as strong. Like, there's great ideas in Cape Crusaders, just not executed. And that's my kind of take on this. From my journey through the animated Batman universe, I still think nothing will top the original 2 shows. That is partially nostalgia. Brave and the Bold and the original Batman, I know partially that's nostalgia kicking in. But I still absolutely love that. What am I going to give this show? It's a solid 7. I you know what I would say? Yeah, a solid 7. Perfect, fun, enjoyable. If you haven't seen this show, you have to see this show. You'll have a blast, but come at it with a campy feeling and understand that the dark episodes are, leagues apart. If you want a more aggressive, more darker Batman, I would go with the Batman. Even though in later episodes they had Batgirl and Child Robin. I'm sorry. My brain just kind of shut off for a couple seconds. I'd like to thank everybody for listening in. Please like, subscribe. And we will have more Batman. And then we're going into Barbarian Month. And then we're going into Forces of Nature Month for Halloween. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. See ya. Bye.